someone call you and say, hey, you could do this for me, you ain't got no plans for the day. So you'd be like, yeah. See, but if you had plans, you could tell them, no, girl, I gotta go to this place right now, so I can't even do that. Even if it was your plan to sleep, those same things that you complaining about and not being grateful for, someone is literally on their knees at this moment praying for it. Welcome back to another video on this channel. If you are new here, my name is Juliet. This channel is all about personal development, advancement, and growth. If you are someone that's looking to become the best version of yourself, this is definitely the channel where you want to be. And today we're going to be talking about 7 daily habits that are going to change your life. If you have been looking to, just adopt new habits that are going to change your life and change the person that you want to become, especially in reinvention, you're going to have to change a lot of things that you do. Sad to say, but in order to reinvent who you are, you're going to have to change some of your habits. So especially if you're in situations in your life where you want it to change, situations and things in your life are not going to change until you change. So let's get into the very first daily habit that is going to change your life, and that is not going in your phone as soon as you get up. And here's why I say this, because we all know how distracting social media can be. So once you get up and you go straight into your phone, that stops you from starting your morning routine, if you guys have any. That stops you from starting your morning routine. That takes away time out of your day. I never knew how important time was in my day until I started planning my day. We're going to get into that later on. But do not go straight into your phone. It's a really bad distraction. So the second daily habit that is going to change your life is waking up and praying and reciting your affirmations. A lot of people don't believe in affirmations, but I believe in it because the Bible says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak out of your mouth, that's what you're going to get. That's what you should expect. And my affirmations help me with that. Prayer, the first thing I do is pray. That's a really, really great daily habit to have. Pray, not only in the morning, but any time of the day. Prayer doesn't only have to be, those loud prayers that people, prayer could just be you. Prayer is basically just you and the Creator, you and God having a conversation. Prayer is just basically that. And affirmations, I have a whole list of affirmations, probably almost 150, that I recite out of my head every day. And when you recite your affirmations, you must emotionalize it to believe that whatever you speak is going to come to pass. You may not see it in the next day. You may not see it in the next 4 days. You may see it a year from now. But it doesn't matter the time period of when you see it. You just have to emotionalize it and believe it when you say and repeat those affirmations. So the third daily habit that helped change my life is journaling. I cannot go a day without journaling. What journaling helps me to do is put my thoughts on a paper. I even sometimes journal and talk to God. Journaling it helps me to just be able to, journaling helps me to be able to go over my day, go over what it is I did today, what I should have corrected, could I have done something better. That's what journaling helps me to do as well. And even if I just expressing myself or complaining about something, rather than going to somebody and complaining about a certain situation, I would just write it down in my journal. And as I look back on journals over the past few years that I have, because I've been journaling from 2018, I think 2018, and journaling over those past few years have shown me the growth of how I've become. When you look back, see, and another thing journaling is good for is because if you are someone that's committed to wanting to become a better version of you and you're committed to growing, looking back at journals over the past years, you will start to see that you have grown tremendously. And those journals that I've seen from 2018, sometimes I look at it and I can't believe that, I was actually that person. But when you are intentional about being the best version of yourself and growing into the best version of yourself, you end up seeing those results. So the next daily habit is exercising regularly and stretching. Y'all know the older we get, the, the more these bones and muscles and joints is locked up. I don't want to be in my 60s and bending over like I need help. I want to be a very vibrant 60-year-old. So in order for me to have that vision, in order for that vision to come to pass of me being a vibrant 60-year-old, I have to now start putting in the work while I'm younger. You ever see some people who's 60 and you be like, you tell them, when you see them, you be like, you 40 something, May. No, they're not 40 something, they 60 something. They just began to take good care of their bodies whilst they were younger. And exercising regularly also helps to relieve mental stress, especially stretching. I know they said that when you work out and when you stretch, you release endorphins. So that helps a lot with the mental stress, especially if you're dealing with mental stress. And everybody goes through a little stress every now and then, you know. So yeah, I think exercising is a great habit to adopt, especially if you want to change who you are and become more disciplined. And becoming more disciplined, exercising will help with that. So the next habit is planning your entire week and planning each day of your week. And I always say this, if you don't plan your week, if you don't plan your day, somebody will definitely plan it for you. If you do not plan your week or you don't plan your day, someone will plan it for you. The reason why I plan my week is because I need to know what I need to do throughout the week. I can't go from one day to the next, just, what they call it? What they call it when you just think of just winging it. I can't do that. I need to know that, hey, this is what I have to do because I only get 24 hours in a day. 8 hours, I gotta go to work. 8 hours, I gotta go to work. I need to sleep at least 7 hours or I ain't gonna be the best person I could be when I get up the next day. I gotta spend time with my daughter. You never know how important time is until you plan what you have to do and you see that how much time this takes up and you realize that you don't have time for unnecessary things that are going to throw off your day. Because you love some things. When you don't plan your day, you love everybody. If someone calls you and say, hey, you could do this for me, you ain't got no plans for the day. So you'd be like, yeah. See, but if you had plans, you could tell them, no, girl, I gotta go to this place right now, so I can't even do that. Even if it was your plan to sleep, that's a plan, to sleep. Because if I schedule to sleep, I going to sleep. You know what I mean? And planning my week and day became very effective because now I know what I have to do, and that's planning is very important in personal development. And if you are looking to reinvent yourself and grow into the best version of yourself, planning is very important. Even with planning, as I plan my week, I put in like little statements to start the week off. This week I put in my plan for the week. Either you keep going or you give up, and giving up is not an option. And that was in my plan for the week. So I know that this week, I don't plan to give up. So I got to keep going. And because that's how I started my week. That's how I planned for my week to be. That's how my week went. I was able to knock out, well, at least most of my plans that I put in my planner for this week. Most of my goals that I put in for this week, I was able to knock out. Another daily habit is practicing gratitude. And I think a lot of times We don't practice gratitude because, excuse me, we feel like our lives are not going the way we expect it to go. But that's when you practice gratitude. You see, you don't need to have a big amount of money. You don't need to be in a big house. You don't need to drive a fancy car to practice gratitude. You have to practice gratitude right where you are right now before you even get those things. It was Jim Rohn that said, happiness is not found in what you get. I may be wrong, but happiness is found in who you become. I may be wrong with that quote, but I think that's what I heard when I was listening to one of his teachings yesterday. Happiness ain't gonna be in that new car. Happiness is not gonna be in that new house. Happiness is not gonna be on a new job. You have to practice gratitude where you are right now. I always tell people, try to find a solution in every problem. There's always a solution in every problem. You have to practice gratitude. The fact that, you're able to just be here. Even if you could work out, you could practice gratitude for that, because someone right now is lying in a bed in the hospital praying to do the same thing you're doing. Even if you have a car, that car may not be the best car, but be grateful for it. Not saying that you don't set goals to achieve or become a better person or to get another car, but be grateful for the car that you have right now. It gets you from point A to point B, right? Imagine someone in the rain waiting on a bus. See, you don't understand how good you have it until you look at somebody else's issues. Not saying to make it seem like your issues are not valid, because we all go through issues. We all have things that we going through. But it's until you look at somebody else's life and you realize that those same things that you complaining about and not being grateful for, someone is literally on their knees at this moment praying for it. So those are the daily habits. No, it was one more. A daily habit that I practice is not taking unnecessary calls from people, especially if it ain't important. My mommy and my close family, that's a different situation, but just unnecessary calls from friends just to sit around and just cackle over nothing. The older I got, mind you, I used to do that about 2 years ago. But the more I get in line with where I want to go in life, I realize that those are necessary calls. I can schedule them. Okay, at this time, tomorrow, God's willing, I could call so-and-so. And I have that time to talk to you, probably to crack a few jokes. But just taking unnecessary calls to laugh up and do nothing that ain't even productive, I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. And if you're looking to change your life, you have to adopt some of these. You should, because I don't want to tell nobody what to do. Whatever you feel is comfortable for you, then you do it. But if you're really looking to change your life, if you're really looking to become the best version of yourself, I'd advise you to adopt some of these habits. And some of these habits aren't new. Many people talk about these same type of habits. But I've realized that by implementing these habits in my life, how I've seen certain changes. So, because I've seen certain changes and I've seen my life change because of these daily habits, I'm just letting you know that if you want your life to change, it may be wise to adopt one or two of these daily habits. But that's all for this video, guys. I hope I ain't run on too long, but either way, it's all in good faith to help somebody else become the best version of themselves. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel down below, and see you guys in the next video.